You know what else gets us in a good mood? Well, tonight's Mega Million jackpot is estimated at $101 million, and it would be
Yikes.
nice to win that. Today is National Lottery Day, and Jessica recently spoke to a financial expert about what happens when you have $2 and a dream, and your dream of winning comes true. Here's that conversation.
Sure, we all daydream about a windfall and winning the lottery, but have we thought through what it looks like when that money arrives on the doorstep? Here with us today, Jeremy Shipp. It's great to see you, Jeremy. You've got some interesting insights on how this lump sum of money can actually weigh you down in ways you may not have considered.
It's great to see you too, Jess. And it's interesting when we think about winning the lottery and having that huge lump sum of money dumped into our laps. And as a retirement planner, I'm always thinking, how does this equate or relate to telling a retirement story? And in both cases, we've got folks who all of a sudden are kind of in a different phase of life and trying to manage finances in a completely different way. So I think it's to understand the similarities and, most important, the things that can kind of trip us up along the way, and hopefully stay away from those.
That's a great analogy. I hadn't thought of that before. You know, you win the lottery, you have this huge sum of money or a sum of money that you didn't have access to before. And in that same way, you're suggesting retirement, all of a sudden it's a different pot of money in front of you. And maybe you don't really know how to approach that, or it sort of seems like a circus.
Yeah, you've got a lot of balls in the air that you're trying to juggle, and there's a lot of different stepping points and things we want to go through and understand. You know, one of the things that lottery winners will get in trouble with is they quit their job right when they win the lottery, and that can lead to some financial ruin on down the road. Thinking about through with retirement, that's the whole point of retirement. So we definitely want to quit our job. But I think on this point, it's thinking about we don't have to stop saving money or managing our finances the same way we were while we were working once we transition into that retirement phase. So let's keep backfilling our finances. Even now, we've got this large sum of money we can depend on. Let's keep planning for the future and putting some away so we can continue the lifestyle that we want all the way through retirement.
Jeremy, even though today, July 17th, is National Lottery Day, you know, circumstances today are making a lot of people think like, well, for retirement, I may need that money now, or gee, how scary things are, what it's going to look like. How does this conversation relate to looking forward in that respect? Do you still stay the course?
I think it's important to, at that point, it comes into maybe getting some financial advice or thinking through having a conversation with somebody to help think through the aspects and kind of get out of your own little bubble of what you're looking at, because there are a lot of things going on in the world that can hunker us down, pull us in, and think about the here and now, but not consider the next 5, 10, 20 years. One of the reasons people don't go get a financial advice when they win the lottery or when they are in retirement is they've done it themselves all the way along. And so they think, well, now I've got all this money. I don't need any help spending money. I've done that my whole life. Well, we're in a new kind of a phase. So it actually could be the most important time to get some professional advice on that third party outside to help us see the bigger, broader picture.
And Jeremy, I would imagine when you speak with a professional, you're one of the things that starts to dawn on you, maybe if you win the lottery or you have this retirement sum, is this generosity with family, especially with friends. You have a tendency to maybe want to spread the wealth, and working with a professional, you would have some insights to share on that.
Absolutely. And sometimes giving money to friends and family, sometimes there maybe are some not so great intentions, and they're always asking and always needing some more and more money. But even in the cases where it's the best of intentions, I mean, look, I think it's a great use of financial resources. I like to do that with the financial assets. I think that's a great thing to do with friends and family, and help them out with folks in need. The point here is to keep in mind, let's not do it at our own detriment, meaning in retirement classification, think about before you spend money for the kids and grandkids' college education, for instance, and use money from your own retirement savings, let's make sure we have enough to last our own lifetime. Like they say, when you're on a plane, something happens, put your own oxygen mask on before you help your neighbor. Same type of thing here. Let's just make sure that we're okay before we go and start helping out all of our loved ones.
And we said as we got started, this new stage of life, if you're accessing retirement funds, if you have, hopefully you've reached that stage where you have the retirement funds to access, it can be somewhat of a burden in the mindset too, because you think, well, this is all I have, or this is what I have, and I don't know what to do with it. So I think you can start to get in your own mind and just stay in your head with that.
Yeah, it really can get overwhelming, and we get on our head a little bit, maybe even drive a little bit of depression. We have so many things coming at us with all this money. It seems like everyone comes out of the woodwork with their hands out asking for $5,000 here, $10,000 there. Start to question ourselves, do people really like me for me, or do they like me for my money? It can equate to the same thing in retirement, trying to find someone to really work with us and make sure we're getting the right type of advice. And that's why I really stress the importance of working with an independent fiduciary when it comes to planning out your retirement. That's really why a lot of my clients work with me, because they know I'm legally obligated to help them and do what's in their best interest when it comes to their money. And another question I get from folks a lot is, well, how do I know if somebody is a fiduciary or not? And that's where the independent website brokercheck.com can really come in handy. Get online, look up somebody, it'll tell you exactly what the registration is and how they're qualified to help you. So it's a really great idea to make sure whoever you have working with and helping you with your money is doing it for the right reasons.
It makes sense. Working with a partner is always helpful. Jeremy, thank you for the insight.
Thank you, Jess. Great to see you.
Happy National Lottery Day to you.
Happy day to you.
All right. We'll be sure to post a link on our website, WTVR.com/BTM, so you can learn more about working with a financial professional.